Newman that Peyton burst onto the scene. As a sophomore, throwing to his older brother Cooper as his top target. Peyton turned into the most sought-after recruit of the decade before enjoying a Hall of Fame college and NFL career. Then younger brother Eli took the reins of the Greenies' offense, passing for even more yards than Peyton and becoming a national sensation at Newman in the process, with a legendary SEC and NFL career to follow as well. But neither of those #1 picks started at Newman as a freshman, like their young nephew Arch Manning did last season. And tonight, we all get a front row view to the next generation of the Manning legacy as Arch and Newman welcome in Booker T. Washington. Kickoff is next. You're watching the Geico ESPN High School Football Showcase presented by the United States Marine Corps. As we welcome you to New Orleans, a terrific battle in the Bayou tonight under the Thursday night lights. It's Isidore Newman and Booker T. Washington alongside ESPN recruiting coordinator Craig Haubert. I'm Jay Alter. Craig, all eyes on the young Arch Manning. What can we expect to see from him tonight? Who does he remind you of?
Coming from a family with such a rich quarterback tradition, those comparisons will naturally be there. But partner, for me, the more that I watch Arch, the more that I see similarities in one of today's college football stars, and that's Clemson's Trevor Lawrence. It seems crazy almost to compare a player just starting his sophomore year to a potential #1 pick in this spring's NFL draft, but you see it there initially with the quick release. He's able to get that football out of his hands. And then it's just a natural arm talent. You would expect that from a young player coming from the Manning family. The ability, the touch to get the football downfield, to make all the necessary throws. I remember seeing Trevor Lawrence in high school, and at times he would just wow you with some of the throws that he could make. And then the accuracy, the ability to put the football where it needs to be, something we're already seeing from Arch and that we've seen from Trevor Lawrence.
Offense, we get our first look at the talented sophomore. We've already spoken about his future Hall of Fame uncles, Peyton and Eli, but if you talk to people around the program and around the Manning family, they'll tell you that the most athletic of Archie's 3 sons is Cooper, which is Arch's dad, and Craig, he gets a lot of dad's athleticism.
Yeah, you know, when you watch Arch Manning, you would expect him to have the accuracy, to be able to make the throws, but the thing that really jumps out is that he is very athletic.
Here's Manning, pressure coming, gets rid of it. Battling his way forward, stopped at the 5-yard line.
Be a great chance to feed it to him.
They give it to the tailback, muscling his way to the end zone, Joseph Pleasant. And he's in for a touchdown. And it leads to 6. There's Uncle Peyton and Father Cooper as the young Arch Manning has his Newman team up 7-0. We're just getting started in the first quarter here on the Geico High School Football Showcase. For Booker T. Washington, Esco Bickham missed the opening drive, but he is in at quarterback now.
Load to bring down once he starts running as well.
How about Arnold Barnes weaving his way through Newman's secondary all the way into the end zone, and Booker T. Washington answers immediately. It's the sophomore Arnold Barnes taking it to the house.
Talk about controlling the line of scrimmage. Booker T. Washington able to do it there on that play, as well as a really nice block downfield by the Arizona commit, Tyrese Johnson. You'll love to see that from a wide receiver. Willing to do some work when he doesn't have the football in his hands, and a big play by that offense.
51-yard touchdown for Booker T. Washington. And an immediate answer in this opening quarter. And they're going for 2, lowering the shoulder, bulldozing back into the end zone. Coriel Pierce, what a call from head coach Wayne Reese Jr. They go for 2 with a formation you'll never see in high school football, and it pays off.
Arch Manning led Newman down the field, but Booker T. Washington quickly responds on the ground to get on the board.
number he thinks his game most resembles, and he surprised us when he actually said Grandpa. Here's Archie back playing for Ole Miss, and he said it was because of the scramble ability that you're seeing with the Ole Miss days. Look at the first year as a starting quarterback at Newman. Arch last season, and then Peyton back in 1991. Arch gets rid of it quickly, throws it to the other side to Filbert, and he's wrapped up immediately. Great. Arch back to throw again. Throws to the end zone. It's caught! But down at the 1-yard line, I thought Filbert almost dropped it. What a grab to haul that ball in. A big play to set up a 1st and goal from the 1.
No, first of all, nice job just kind of sliding in the pocket off to the side, letting his receiver break open, and then Filbert, really nice catch, making things much more difficult on himself than he needed to.
Arch perfect on the night, 5 for 5 in the air. Manning, pressure coming. Throws, it's caught, but marked shy at the 1/2-yard line. It was Charbonnet who caught it. Quarterback sneak, and he uses that 6'3" frame to bulldoze into the end zone for a Newman touchdown. And Isidore Newman, the Greenies, Thursday Night Football on ESPN, and they've got the lead. Back out. And Craig, we teased at the beginning of the show a terrific story about how they're even on the field today. This is only their 2nd year of varsity football since Booker T. Washington reopened following its closing after Hurricane Katrina. There's Wayne Reese Jr. He's tasked with rebuilding what was once a proud program, a legacy here in New Orleans. And it's a program that Reese certainly knows a lot about. His father built this program the first time around in the late 70s and early 80s and established this team as one of the premier teams in the city. But a 15-year absence, and that's picked off. Sterling Scott takes it to the house, a pick 6 for the Harvard commit. There's a flag down. Sterling Scott read the eyes of Bickham and took it back the other way for a touchdown.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play was over, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 7 of the intercepting team. That is his first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the contest. The foul being forced on the succeeding kickoff.
Bickham, his eyes on his target. Sterling Scott does an outstanding job of just reading it, jumping it, and a Harvard commit.
Freshman year and just the beginning of sophomore year, 11-2 and almost 70% completion percentage. 40 touchdowns, nearly 3,000 yards. He is poised and he plays well above his years. Handing it off to Sterling Scott.
Offenses, and it's just the poise for a young age, the feel, the way he carries himself, a lot of the little things he does.
A.J. Johnson lost the football there, and Booker T. Washington has it. Isaiah Williams fell on it. The ESPN Junior 300 wide receiver stripped of the football, and some much-needed momentum for Booker T. Washington.
That football loose. See number 1 right there, pull it out. Well, Johnson was fighting for yards, and you mentioned that was big.
Bickham throws out to Tyrese Johnson. He's dangerous in space, and he's wrestled out of bounds, but picks up the 1st down.
Getting the football out of the quarterback's hand, getting in your playmakers' hands, letting him create after the catch, moving the chains.
In Newman territory. Here's Bickham on a pump and go. He lost the football. A battle for it. It was Borderland who knocked it free. He's been a menace tonight on that defensive line, Bo Borderland.
Yeah, no pressure, just a 4-man rush. He just gets right to the shoulder, powers his way through, and
Arch Manning on display. The Manning legacy, the next chapter of it anyway, being written tonight. Here's Booker T. Washington to start the 2nd quarter. Isco Bickham trying to make something happen. He's wrapped up in midfield. Thomas Kerrigan on the stop. It was funny. We asked him, family events when everyone gets together, uncles are over. Does football get talked about, or you try and leave the family business out of it? He goes, no, it's a lot of football. And Bickham shaken up on that run. He comes out of the game injured, which is not good for Booker T. Washington. He was not in on the opening drive, and they went 3 and out. So it'll be Tyrese Johnson, the wide receiver headed to Arizona, who goes in under center for Booker T. Washington. He's got a proven track record. 3rd and 14. Here's Tyrese Johnson, throws low, incomplete.
That a young man coming from the Manning family would have. He'd have some of that arm talent. He'd have some of that savvy. And you're seeing that from him, the way he carries himself, and then he adds that extra dimension of, we haven't really needed to see that yet tonight, but he certainly can make things happen with his legs as well.
Do we hear an Omaha? 2nd and 17. Flushed out of the pocket. Manning throws on the run, and it's right on the money for the first down, and a flag comes in at the end of it. The shades of Peyton right there to pick up the first down and then some.
Personal foul, targeting number 8 of the defense.
Arch gets rid of it quickly. Bubble screen to A.J. Johnson. He's tripped up. Pressure coming. Manning unloads, and that one's overthrown.
To go through every play from last year and also kind of bond a little bit through that time.
Manning goes deep again, and that 2's overthrown. He's trying to find A.J. Johnson. That one almost blocks. Keith Hampton on the return. Makes a few men miss. Hampton, nobody can bring him down. Here's Keith Hampton. Nobody in front of him. House call, Keith Hampton, touchdown, Booker T. Washington. No flags, and that's exactly what Booker T. Washington needed.
No flags and no help. That was all number 8. He made that play happen on his own.
Oh, there is a flag. Flag should come down immediately, no?
Yeah, I mean, it's the right call.
Oh, that is heartbreaking for Booker T. Washington.
Yeah, and just crushing, as I mentioned. That was just a tremendous effort by Keith Hampton.
3rd and 1. Johnson kept it himself. Cuts upfield. Tyrese Johnson in for a touchdown. Booker T. Washington with a much-needed score, and it comes from the Arizona commit. For 2, they did it earlier and converted. Johnson keeps it himself again, makes more people miss, and plows his way in. That's good. And just like that, Booker T. Washington right back in this game.
Booker T. Washington got a second chance on offense off a penalty, and the Arizona commit makes the most of it on a beautiful zone read, getting around the edge, taking it to the house. Booker T. Washington back on the board, closing the gap on Newman.
Second and 3, Manning on the run, throws. And it's caught for a first down.
ACC fan or an ACC fan.
Forced to run out of the pocket. Takes off. There's the mobility we were talking about, and Arch Manning picks up a first down with his feet. Gets rid of it quickly. The tight end, Will Randall. Another first down and inside the red zone. Manning forced out of the pocket. Arch throws to the end zone. It's caught. Arch Manning delivers, and it's a Newman touchdown.
Nothing there. You can see him just moving the feet, working out. See it, square open, and right on the numbers. The accuracy, again, that's one of those things that just jumps out, keeps the feet moving, a little bit more difficult moving to your left, throwing with the right, but he's able to do it and puts it right on the number 2.
Arch on the run. Manning surveys the field, steps up, unloads a deep ball. And it's intercepted. And guess who? Keith Hampton, the senior corner who picked off Arch 3 times in the game a year ago, has his first pick of the night. He's a magnet to the ball when Arch is throwing it. Manning only intercepted 6 times all of last season. 3 of them went to Hampton, and he gets the better of Arch here again.
He was looking for A.J. Johnson. He puts it up there with some belief in his receiving. You can see, though, 3 Booker T. Washington defenders around him. Looked like he might have got a hand on it. He did. And on the deflection, it kind of bounces up. There, Keith Hampton is the guy in the spot, as you mentioned, Jay. He's got Arch's number.
Johnson throws. That's intercepted. Chris Hunter picks it off for Newman and takes it into Booker T. Washington territory. Back-to-back interceptions to start this third quarter.
Chris Hunter, who's also their backup quarterback, coach said that helps him there in the secondary, have a good feel. So he's going to try to push it downfield. Hunter playing center field does a nice job of reading it, breaking in front of it, making the play.
1st and 10 for Arch. Right back to Scott. 3rd carry right in a row. Got a block from the referee, and I think he took it in for a touchdown. Waiting for the signal. He was in. So 3 carries all to Sterling Scott, and that one goes for 6. Although all Arch needed to do on that last drive was hand it off to Sterling Scott 3 times in a row, and it's a Newman touchdown. Couple of broken tackles for Arnold Barnes. He's been terrific tonight.
Yeah, he's a freight train. Community better than when you got there. That's what he's trying to do here at Booker T. Washington.
A 4th and 3, and Bickham sails it way over. So turnover on downs. Arch, Manning, and Newman. Ball back in his hands when we come back. This is sophomores in high school. Manning keeps it himself, then throws. Arch Manning picking up the first down with some creativity.
Out. Watch him. He's going to see it. Looks like he's got that ball tucked. He sees Pike is out there open.
1st and 10. Arch on the play action. Fires. Intercepted. It's Keith Hampton again. Nobody in front of him, and Keith Hampton takes it to the house for a Booker T. Washington touchdown. 3 interceptions last year against Arch Manning, his 2nd of the night tonight. Hampton has Arch's number, and that one leads to a Booker T. Washington touchdown.
Sometimes you can kind of rely on your ability, got that quick release. Tremendous accuracy. You try to squeeze it in there to your target. Off the deflection again. Keith Hampton twice.
5 times now in 7 quarters. He just has a magnet for Arch Manning's football. He has thrown 8 interceptions. 5 of them have gone to that man right there, Keith Hampton, and he takes this one to the house. Booker T. Washington right back in it. We've got a fun finish coming in New Orleans. Right up the gut this time, it's Joseph Pleasant. He just keeps carrying the pile. How about Joseph Pleasant? The big fella wouldn't go down.
Looks like he's auditioning for those World's Strongest Man competitions, just carrying defenders. Big guy like that, you got to go low. Powerful lower body.
Here's Arch on the run, and he goes down, slides after he picks up the first down. Safety first, goes under center, takes it himself into the end zone. Arch Manning delivers again. It's a Newman touchdown. boy, the future looks bright. The pass and then pushing the pile. Newman, another touchdown.
And again, this is still a program just really in its infancy. Second year as varsity.
Deep ball from Bickham, goes for the Arizona commit. What a catch! Tyrese Johnson, are you kidding me? There's a flag in on the play. Bickham put it up there, and Tyrese Johnson said, give it to me.
Sideline warning against Booker T. Washington. They're first.
One. Bickham steps up, throws it, floats it, incomplete. That hung in the air for a really long time, gave plenty of time for Terrence Williams to spot it and knock it down.
Downhill.
Only need a yard. I don't think they got it. Stopped short. Turnover on downs. Great penetration from that Newman front seven. The young sophomore, Arch Manning, coming up large tonight for his Newman team.
He's been able to make plays from within the pocket, extend, get outside the pocket, and as well as with his legs. He's made some mistakes, but he's also been able to bounce back from them.
Sure does not look like the sophomore in high school. You compare him with his uncle Peyton, Hall of Famer, #1 pick in the NFL draft. And pressure. Manning escapes it, heaves a deep ball, and it's caught! Kai Donaldson hauls it in. Shades of Eli Manning to David Tyree in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, to get pressure, he's actually gonna turn down the pass to his tight end, the safe pass underneath, and he's gonna drive it downfield to his big target, Kai Donaldson. Position in the class for the Tigers.
I imagine, Craig, that Coach O and his staff are going to try really, really hard to keep Arch Manning in state. As Arch Manning, all he needed to do there was hand the ball off. Sterling Scott did the rest. 30-yard touchdown for the running back and DB who's headed to Harvard.
And again, and ultimately Arch may want to go his own way in the end, so it'll be interesting recruitment to follow, and he will certainly be highly sought after. Harvard feeling like they got a guy that they sought after, a good one. And
Sterling Scott, he's making a play for Geico Player of the Game. Bickham in trouble like he's been all night. Tries to run out of it. Tried to lateral it, but no one was home. And Newman, a scoop and score. Oh, no! Could have walked in for an easy touchdown, Sean Sutherland, and he tripped on his own 2 feet down at the 5-yard line. This is a calamity of errors.
Yeah, working it right. I don't know where. Nah, he didn't pitch it. He did cradle it, and he lost it. And then, big TV touchdown, and so close yet so far.
Yeah, he just lost that football. Looked from our angle, though, Craig, that he did kind of look like he was pitching. Our Newman program has been on national television, and it's been a terrific showing, and they add another touchdown to it. It's all Newman all the time here in New Orleans. No surprise at all. Oh, wait, a huge surprise from our producer, Andy Bach. They're giving it to Sterling Scott, and I love it. 2 touchdowns on the ground, 1 interception. How about the Harvard commit, Sterling Scott, our Geico Player of the Game? I thought for sure we were going Arch Manning, but I love the choice.
You don't get the feeling that he feels like he's got it all figured out, and that's important. He's uber talented. He's got a really bright future, but this is not the end. This is just the beginning, and there's still a lot of growth physically and as a player ahead of him. And he continues to realize that, and continues to work to get better, then yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit.
Now, the biggest name in football, the royal family of the sport, if you will, looks to be in good hands. A new chapter in the Manning legacy. The first couple of pages of it look pretty good. A 55-22 win for Isidore Newman. and Arch Manning. Our final score, 55-22 for our entire crew. Craig Hobart, I'm Jay Alter saying good night from New Orleans. Baseball tonight next on ESPN2.